let's get rolling with a live trading recap session. Excited to share some of the activity that's been happening with the sniper today. Really been outstanding. I'm going to go ahead and take us all the way back to yesterday morning at 9:30 when the NYSE opened in crude oil. And I want us to look at how crude oil has traded over the last 26 hours almost. Pretty remarkable. Those of you that have been hanging with us on these recap sessions over the last 4 to 6 weeks or more will know we've highlighted crude oil several times, and it's gone on several incredible runs where an incredibly high percentage of the Sniper Extreme Blackline Cross signals are just incredible trades. And we're in another one of those runs now. We'll see how long it continues. It was trading at an exceptionally high level for 9:30 to 9:30, and then pretty doggone good from 9:30 to 11. Maybe a couple of more, maybe the win percentage has dropped a little, but still on a pretty exciting tear. We're looking at, did I say crude oil? I meant gold. We're going to look at gold, we're going to look at crude oil, and we're going to look at the DAX in today's session. Very, very effective. I think the DAX was 7 or 8 winners on 1 loss. We'll look at that in a little bit. All right, so first of all, let's just quickly highlight for those of you that may be watching this for the first time, what's causing these auto-generated signals, okay? These arrows that plot on the screen, the red and blue arrows, they are not manually created. That's an auto signal calling system producing those arrows. And when they are produced, you can tell by looking down here at our pulse extreme indicator. We call it the black line cross because what causes those arrows to be produced is when the black line moves from the gray area over the white gap up to at least the second line on the colored area. And when that occurs, we get a, as long as we have an up close bar, we get a signal, a blue arrow signal. So the black line crossed from the gray area to +2 or more, boom, long, big, easy winner. The black line traded up here in the colored area and then crossed the white gap and traded to -2, the second gray line or more, -2 or more, down close bar, short signal arrow pops in. Boom, huge run to the downside. And you can see we skirted the colored area here. We didn't get to the second colored line, or that would have produced a buy signal, but we did not get that. And then we went -2 again. We reset by getting to the top blue, the number 1 blue line. That's a reset, and then short again, winner. Our 4th trade in a row, winner there. Moving forward, 5th trade in a row, winner. And this is in after 1 p.m. yesterday. So yesterday afternoon we got our first losing trade. And this is the type of trade, guys, you know, if you're using any discretionary factors at all, such as waiting for the action line to slope in your favor just a little bit. You can see a black action line here, never sloped in our favor. Could have easily avoided that loss, but that's 5 wins, 1 loss. Then our 6th winner, 7th winner, notice the black line crossing, boom, 7th winner. Then we get another loss, and this trade would have been a little bit harder to avoid as we did have the action line moving in our favor. So now we're 7-2. Black line crosses back to the positive area, another signal, 8-2. That's 80% at that. Then we cross over to the overnight session. So this is after midnight. This is in the new day. Short, that's our 9th winner. And then long, our 10th winner. Auto signal calling robot, guys. Pretty cool, huh? 11th winner. Black line crosses over the white gap to the colored area. 12th winner. Then our 12th winner here as we break down. 13th winner to the upside. That's not a huge win. That's only got 7 or 8 ticks, but a win nonetheless. Bam. Short side, another huge winner. We said that was 11, 12, 13. Now we're up to 14. Okay, and now we're to this morning. We're up to about 8:30. Okay, and we get our third loss. 15th winner, got that loss right back. 16th winner on 2 losses. This is a great trade, a great area to show the stop strategy. Many of these trades we've highlighted would have been winners on very tight stops, like just an 8-tick stop or something like that. But one of the new stop strategies I've been teaching sniper owners is the concept of letting the market tell you where to put your stop. You want to have a catastrophic stop in the market somewhere, but then you wait until you get the black line once you're in the trade. Wait for that black line to move against you twice. Boom, it moves against us once, it moves against us a second time, and then I place my stop 3 to 4 ticks above that bar. Stop would have been at 1612.2. Would have come close to getting stopped out, but would have survived, and then the market dropped real hard. So that's how the stop strategy I've been using in trading gold in particular, but some of the other markets as well. So I think we're up to 17 wins on 3 losses, if I'm not mistaken. These next 3 trades, all this price action happened in a blink of an eye, so these trades were not tradable. This one probably was, but we won't count it. It was a winner, but we won't mark it because it was right on top of that spike price action. So this gets us up to winner number 18. You can see the black line traded down to the first gray line. That's a reset, and then went to +2 or more. Boom, we're long. That's number 18. Black line crosses, -2, negative line, the second gray line or lower, down close, 19, and then a reset. We did not get a long trade there. Winner number 20. Winner number 21, just before 9 o'clock. This trade survived with that stop strategy we described. Definitely would have added on at value. 21, I guess, maybe 20. Then we got winner number 21, 22, and 23. Once these pivots had put in, we knew that we were in a very tight chop zone. This trade here, I never would have executed personally, but we'll still mark it as a loss because it's inside the chop zone like that. It would have never been executed. I think we're up to winner number 24, and that's our 4th loss, or winner number 25, 26, and our 5th loss. So 26 winners, if I'm counting right, on 6 losses over the last 26 hours. Not too shabby, guys. What percentage is that? It's got to be 80% plus, right? Somebody figure that out for me. 26 wins on 5 losses, and now crude oil is short again. This is still a very choppy area. Neither of these 2 trades were very good. All right, I guess 26 wins on 5 losses is 77%. So not quite 80, but not so bad for a dumb robot. And there were at least 2 or 3 of those losses that if you were using the action line, you easily could have avoided. And look at what we've done since 9:30, or take it back since 9 o'clock in the DAX. Just a very clean morning for the DAX. You can see the black line crosses the white gap for a black line cross. Boom, long, gorgeous winner in the DAX. And then these 2 pink arrows are pointing out we have a lower high pivot form on our action line. A lower high pivot form on our action line. What that signifies is the odds and probabilities favor our moving average fan trend picture indicator crossing over. And that's exactly what happened. There you go. So we are at 80 or 84%, 5 losses on 26 wins in crude oil. So 80% plus. Pretty exciting there. Thanks, guys, for that correction. I appreciate it. A couple of things I want to point out. First of all, look at the standard sniper signal. Great short, but much more aggressive, right? Because we have an upsloping action line. By the time our black line cross, extreme black line cross indicator fires, we're looking at a really high quality trade. Why? Well, because we've already seen a higher low pivot form in our action line. We got our action line sloping to the downside. That's just a really good looking high quality trade right there. Put in a decent little base. You know, it's not a really high rated trade, but nice upside divergence in our os, and we get this signal to fire. Nice little winner there. Losing trade here. Our action line is sloping down. I guess the one negative is we have the prior pivot. We hadn't really broken down through, but it would have been pretty hard to have stayed off that trade if you were in the more aggressive mode. So that, I think that might be the only loss of the day. Let's see. So that's winner number 3, winner number 4, winner number 5. 5 wins, 1 loss. We get the nice big breakdown, only to get the extreme black line cross, gray back up to the colored area. Boom, we're long. Let me get the numbers right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins, 1 loss. Then we get our 7th win, 8th win, 9th win, and that's where we are. 9 winners on 1 losing trade in the DAX since 9:30 a.m. So the last 2.5 hours, 90% winners for the DAX. Extreme black line cross. Not too bad trading for a summer Tuesday. Let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil has been much more choppy. If you were using your more robust stop strategy, this last buy would have been a winner. You would have sit through this whole chop. Not a trade personally I would be interested in. Take a look. So we started the day with a really nice looking opportunity in crude oil. Quick, easy, strong winner with the extreme black line cross. Followed it up with a nice short. Not a huge win, but a win nonetheless. Then we got into this chop. This is definitely not a trade that I would execute. It's a winner, but not really a trade I would have been interested. This trade over here, however, definitely interested. Not at the signal itself, although that would have worked out great, but how I would have traded this trade. First of all, I like this signal way better than the first one. Why? Because we broke out of the chop to the downside. I would have waited to get rid of these blue bars. Aggressive traders could have gone short on a couple of places. Either this second, the open of this green bar would have been really aggressive, just starting to get the action line to hook down. But the most safe place would have been the close of this green bar here, the open of the next bar, because we had just broken out below this prior pivot. The action line sloping down solidly. That's a great place for an entry. Very rarely, guys, will I get short on a blue bar or long on a red bar. The signals don't get generated like that too frequently. I would say less than 6 or 7% of the time do you get a signal that actually fires on a sell fires on a blue bar and a buy fires on a red bar. Doesn't happen too often. And the only time I would execute a trade like that at the signal itself is if there were a lot of other confirming factors making it a really strong area to be taking action. And that wasn't the case here. So I would have been waiting for a little bit more confirmation. Finally break down and then grind here forever. If you executed this trade and just stuck with waiting for the black line to move down twice, you would have just grinded through this, probably averaged in and been paid off big time. And we're still just kind of grinding around. Not quite as clean and crisp. Honestly, if you were here during the day session when we were trading, watching these markets live, I talked about crude oil being the least favorite of the 3 markets in regards to its overall movement, its overall form and flow, and what we've been seeing not only today but over the last few days. And that kind of continued. So not bad. Gold and the DAX were definitely a little bit higher rated. The DAX in particular, wow, 10 total trades, 9 wins since 9 o'clock a.m. Pretty cool and accurate trading this morning for the DAX. An example of why it has become one of my favorite markets. Okay, thanks everyone. Hope to see you here tomorrow. If you're watching these videos from afar and have not yet come out and taken advantage of a free trial, we would really love to have you take the opportunity to do that. I think you'll be glad that you did. Thanks everyone. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you all tomorrow.